Okay, welcome. What I'm going to show you here in this post is how to take two mixed numbers that have unlike denominators, and I'm going to show you how to subtract them. It's very similar to what I showed you in the post where we were adding the mixed numbers to start out. Here we have 3 and 1/6, and we're going to take away 2 and 5/8 from it. Once again, whenever you add or subtract mixed numbers or fractions, the fraction parts always have to match with the same denominator. Here they don't match, so what do we need to do? We need to find what that least common denominator is. And remember, the least common denominator is the least common multiple of the denominators. The denominators here are 6 and 8. The least common denominator in this case would be 24. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these fractions, the 1/6 and the 5/8, and we're going to make an equivalent fraction for each of those with 24 as the denominator. 6 times 4 equals 24, therefore 1 times 4 equals 4. Now the 1/6 and the 4/24 are the same exact amount. Here, 8 times 3 equals 24, so 5 times 3 equals 15. The reason we're multiplying the numerator and denominator by that same number is because if we multiply them by that same number, they're going to be equal fractions. So 5/8 equals 15/24, 1/6 equals 4/24, now the denominators match up. So really we're saying 3 and 4/24 minus 2 and 15/24. Now, normally we would just be able to subtract the whole numbers and subtract the numerators and leave the denominator the way it is. However, this problem is a little different because this numerator is less than this numerator. We can't take 15 away from 4. So what we need to do is we need to rename 3 and 4/24. So what we do is we borrow one whole from the 3. And really we're renaming it 2 and 24/24. 2 and 24/24 is equal to 3. Now what we're adding isn't just 3 minus, or I should say what we're subtracting isn't just 3 minus 2 and 15/24. It's 3 and 4/24. So we need to take that extra 4/24 that we have here, and we need to add that to the 2 and 24/24, which would give us 2 and 28/24. 2 and 28/24 is the same exact amount as 3 and 4/24. But now what happens is, when we go to subtract 2 and 15/24, the first numerator is larger than the second numerator, and we're going to be able to subtract this. So if I was subtracting, I would take 2 minus 2, which is nothing, 0, and I would take 28 minus 15, and I would get 13. Denominators match, they stay the same, and your answer is going to be 13/24. Once again, you have to ask yourself, is 13/24 in simplest form? Do 13 and 24 have any common factors other than 1? And the answer is no. So the difference to this problem here is 13/24.